True.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm audible, Peter.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So that will be a target. Like we'll go with like we can start with the difficult chapter, and then meanwhile we can add some easy chapters to like balance it.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, as we have already done with the introduction, now I just made a quick, rough flow chart. See,
Yeah,
as a whole syllabus, it is about your whole, like, 1 year. And March 2026 का जो आपका syllabus है बेटा. Okay, before that, can I ask you, are you comfortable with English, or can you understand Hindi? You want me to speak in both language mix, or you want me to just go with English? Whatever is
ma'am,
comfortable
I
with you.
understand Hindi and English both.
Okay, okay. So while making you like sometimes some concepts, I will try repeat it in Hindi as well. If you're
Yes,
understanding Hindi, you will be able to understand it in a better way.
yes,
So the
ma'am.
language mode will be both. Okay, we'll be going with English and Hindi. And okay, so this is a whole 10th standard syllabus. See, I'll be sharing this PDF with you. Okay, there is no notes in it. It's just because it's a demo class and it's first class, so I didn't make any notes. I just made
Hmm.
an overview for you and your parents, so that you
Yeah,
can just get something in your head that okay, this is my SSC syllabus. There are 22 chapters for 1 year. Okay, and
yes,
your
ma'am.
exams will be around Feb and March 2026. So
Hmm.
we divide, as you know, we have already divided the subject in history, geography, pol science, and economics. And then we have 5 chapters. Geography has the largest chapter, 7 chapters, and but geography, since it's easier, so 7 chapter will be easy to cover. Okay,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
every chapter, the subject is getting 20 marks,
Hmm.
and 20 marks is your writing internals, and your practicals will be of
Yes.
20 marks, right? So this is, and then I'll made few, yeah. Now when it comes to geography, this is your textbook. You already know there are
Yeah.
7 chapters. The first chapter deals with your resource and development.
Yes.
It's about what are the resources and how can we use these for development and everything. The second chapter is about forest and wildlife resources. We're gonna read about a lot of like types of forests, how
Yes.
we definitions. We talk about the biodiversity and
Yes.
what are the wildlife resources, it's beneficial for humans, how do we exploit them, and how we are overusing it, how it is affecting the environment. So we're going to read about those wildlife resources. Now
Yes.
obviously we're going to read everything in very detail. I'll make you understand, and I'll give you short notes for everything, because I think as a student you must also be facing some trouble regarding your notes. So
Yes.
beta, okay, before moving further, can you tell me, like, is your in your school, are you being provided with some notes which are like good, or you want me to give you some notes, like how do you want to proceed?
Ma'am, giving notes is better. It's helpful also.
Okay, so I can first of all I can give you the exercise notes. I make myself notes for my students, because I personally feel I'll make sure that it comes with the NCRT only. But
Yes.
for CBSE, what CBSE does is that they use this NCRT as a Bible.
Okay, ma'am.
They consider this as the Bible. Everything in the NCRT is important for us. The
Hmm.
tables, the charts, the flow charts, everything is important. What's there in the NCRT? So I
Yes.
make sure I give the notes from the NCRT, because
Okay.
the language is simple. You don't have to use a difficult language. In
Ye-
10th and 12th of CBSE, they just want you to give what is in the NCRT. The definitions are very simple. But only when I feel that, okay, the definition is not very apt, I can add 4 new examples, contemporary, like, when we are reading about water resources or maybe agriculture. I might give you 2, 3, I will give it very minimum, 2, 3 new examples, which is not in the textbook. So
Okay.
that while you're giving your exam, your answers is stand out compared to your other batchmates or other students,
Yes,
only
ma'am.
to give you an edge, not to burden you. Okay, so mostly I'll stick with NCRT. Only maybe some examples I'll add on my own, only to so that your answer is more enhanced,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's only when it is required. You cannot on unnecessary stuff, because there is no point of writing too much fact in your answer, right?
Hmm.
Then the third chapter is about water resources. How water, it is a very important chapter. Okay, water resources. We're gonna read in detail. Okay,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then there is agriculture, minerals, and energy resources. See, the whole book is about resources. If you're focusing, the one common theme of geography of 10th standard is about resources. See,
Sources.
we talk about agriculture, which is also a resource, right?
Yes.
Then we see mineral energy resources. What are the mineral resources we have in India, and how can we exploit them? How are we exploiting them? How do we produce energy? We talk about the different types of energy and all those things. Then we have manufacturing industries, how
Yes.
we manufacture in India and all those things. Okay. Then we have lifeline of national economy. So I think this is basic. I will okay, in geography. One more thing that we have to see. We'll go on like some mapping, some part of mapping. Whatever
Yes.
there is in the textbook, too, will cover it. And in general, I'll for like just for your general knowledge, I'll keep on adding some maps so that it's get imprinted in your mind. And mapping is the important part in geography. It comes
Yeah.
now. Then coming to political science, now now this book is very you have to understand. When you understand, it is very easy for you to answer also. Yes, we do have to memorize some definitions, but power sharing, federalism, these are things which we read in the textbook, and sometimes the language becomes difficult. Like to understand what is the real meaning of federalism. Is it just two power centers or it is two governments? So वो थोड़ा सा हो जाता है ना, तो हम छोटी छोटी चीजों को मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगी कि कैसे हम डेफिनेशन समझेंगे. फिर मैं आपको शॉर्ट नोट्स दूंगी definitions ka, because I think that will come. Like definitions are important. Then we talk about religion, caste, political parties, and outcomes of democracy. So I think political science is going to be very interesting. You don't have to worry about. I'll make sure you understand the concepts, and I'll give you short notes regarding it. Okay. And notes beta Google Docs वगैरह में दे दूंगी या PDF form is fine with you, right? I'll upload in the resource section. We keep on updating in the resource section, and then you can download or you can print it out or you can read from your tab, whatever is comfortable with you. Okay. If you like reading things, notes like in hard copy, so you can print it out. PDF will be like, not much 10, 12 pages. So if you
Yeah.
print it out, you can read it from there. And if
Hmm.
you want, sometimes I can add my handwritten also.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes if it's a flow chart, mostly I try to, in geography and these kind of subjects, I try to make flow charts. Because when you make flow charts in your CBSE exam, you mean board exams, it stand out. Flowcharts are very, very important. Students don't understand this because we always write in paragraphs. See, suppose there are 10 students. I'm a teacher, like CBSE evaluator, and 10 मैं बच्चों का पेपर साइन कर रही हूँ, 10 बच्चों लोगों ने पैराग्राफ्स में लिखा हुआ है, and एक बच्ची ने उसी चीज को फ्लो चार्ट में मेंशन किया है. Doesn't it look stand out? Doesn't it look beautiful?
It
So
does.
I think a lot of presentation and how you you have knowledge, but you have to know how to present it in your answer, right? So whenever I need it, I'll make my handwritten flowcharts and I'll add it in the PDF itself. So you can copy those also. ठीक है. And PDF में तो मैं images भी add करूंगी so that you can memorize it, and जब आप ये recall करोगे आपको याद आएगा, okay मैम ने ये वाला image लगाया था. It's only to make the lessons more funny, and to like sometimes for history I try to add some memes. Today's culture, you want to see memes and something. Na? So I'll try to make it that way so that it is only for the purpose for you that you can remember it, you can recall
Yes.
it. Okay. Because pictographic memory zyada sahi hota hai.
Yeah.
That's about pol science. Okay. You're comfortable till now? Am I going fast? Is my
No,
pace very?
it is
You're
okay.
able to understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I speak a bit fast. So suppose if you feel, oh ma'am, you're going a bit fast, you can tell me, ma'am, please
Yes.
go ahead. Okay. Then history, rise of nationalism in Europe. It's a very like history has a lot of facts, and since the book now it's only talk about it just the Europe thing and that which is written in the book. But sometimes you're not able to understand it because there is a lot of other simultaneous events going on. When यूरोप में नेशनलिज्म का राइज हो रहा है तो उसके आगे पीछे का कुछ बैकग्राउंड होगा जो एज ए बच्चा आपको उस टाइम नहीं पता होता बिकॉज बुक में नहीं लिखा होता है. सो आई ट्राई टू मेक गिव यू ब्रीफ आइडिया कि उस टाइम क्या है, व्हाट इज द टाइमलाइन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो आई माय वेरी फोकस अबाउट हिस्ट्री विल बी आई गिव यू इन एवरी चैप्टर ना आई गिव यू वन टाइमलाइन कि बेटा देखो 1900 में ये हो रहा था, 1800 में ये हो रहा था, और इंडिया में ये हो रहा था, वर्ल्ड में ये हो रहा था. जस्ट टू कीप अ टाइमलाइन ना, यू विल बी लाइक अच्छा अच्छा व्हेन 1900 में तो यहाँ पे ये हो रहा था, तब इंडिया में तो ये चल रहा था. Okay, okay, okay. So we can connect these things. You will be able to, recall things better. So I'll make sure we do it that way. Okay? There's nothing to worry about. We'll go it easy. And you can, as a friend, you can ask me, ma'am, ye nahi samajh aa raha, yeah, I'm not able to understand these things. There is nothing to feel shy. Okay, is it a basic thing? No, it can be a basic definition or basic terminology. You can like, ma'am, iska matlab kya hai? Iska kya matlab hota hai? It's very easy. You can ask me. Okay, that's why we are here, right? Then we have nationalism in India. It's a very beautiful chapter because a lot of things we have studied. आपको पता होता है इंडिया में कैसे how Gandhi ji emerged and how our freedom fighters fought for how the feeling of nationalism emerged in India, how and everything will study. So it is also a very beautiful chapter. I'll make sure I think history will be a challenge for you because a lot of students know the point is you have to recall a lot of facts.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. You can trust me. I'll work on that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have a global world, then print culture and modern world. It's a bit factual chapter, but then we can read it. It's nothing to worry about. Okay. Then coming to see economics, we have development. Now development is like a very, you will be like development is a very basic term, but When it comes to economy, we try to, dissect deep into it. Like what is development? What is growth? What is the difference between growth and development? What is economic development? What is social development? Those kind of things. Then sectors of economy बहुत easy है. We have three sectors.
Yes,
सेक्टर्स
ma'am.
को किस मैटर्स में हम बोलते हैं कि इसको प्राइमरी बोलते हैं, इसको सेकेंडरी बोलते हैं, इसको टेरिटरी क्यों बोलते हैं टेरिटरी, तो उसके एग्जांपल्स होते हैं, तो इट विल बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग चैप्टर, ओके, बिकॉज यू कुड रिलेट from your surrounding as well. Because
Yes, ma'am.
these are things which you read and you can see nearby. Now, see, just to give you an example. Now, see, you are my student. I'm your teacher. I'm giving you a service. So now there is no exchange of goods, right? मैं आपको कोई सामान नहीं दे रही हूँ, मैं कोई आपको कोई physical good नहीं दे रही हूँ, but I'm giving you a service. Now that comes in your tertiary sector, which is also called service sector. So, but right now you can order a book from online, but so that can be some other sector. It will not be a service sector. So, a lot of other things are there. So, we're going to see with real life examples in it.
Yes,
ठीक है,
ma'am.
तो money and credit, then globalization in Indian economy, how Indian economy has been affected by globalization. What is globalization? अभी क्या scenario है globalization का?
Okay,
कि
ma'am.
अभी क्या world globalization की तरफ जा रहा है या वो कुछ और कम हो रहा है? We'll see about those things. ठीक है, and it will be interesting. Then consumer rights. Now, consumer right is like you as a consumer, you have some certain rights. So it will be also a good chapter. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. So that's about your overview of the chapter. So, Peter, now you want to ask something from? So this is the second chapter, Peter, of your geography and theory. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that was the last I opened. So, see, okay, forest and wildlife resources. First, we have to understand resources. What can you like tell me in any like what do you understand by resources and क्या आपको लगता है कि resources का क्या मतलब in very general layman term?
Ma'am, anything which can be culturally accepted by the society and which does not cause any harm is called a resource.
Yes,
Which,
right, exactly. देखो अब मैं इसको और refine करूँगी and I'll refine this answer. Okay, see resources वो चीजें हो सकती है. Suppose now this pen which I'm holding in my hand, this can be resource for me. This is made of a plastic. ठीक है, it is has an ink in it. अब मुझे ये जो ब्लू कलर की इंक है ये कोई प्लांट या ऑर्गेनिक रिसोर्स से आ रहा है, तो मैं वो प्लांट को जाऊंगी या उसके कोई सीड से मैं इंक निकाल रही हूँ, so that becomes a resource for me to make this pen. Now this
yes,
pen I can use it for multiple uses, right, to write and do a lot of things. So that ink which I get from a natural plant becomes one of the resource, natural resource. So resources वो है जिसको as a human we can use it for our benefit. Now it can be anything. Now right now, see, I'll go. So that for this chapter, the whole book is about resources, but this chapter is about specific forest and wildlife resources. Now we
okay.
know the forest. Forest का पेड़ पौधा हमें इतना पता है. It's any area which has a trees, we call it as a forest. Now there are other certain criteria for forest. Like there are a lot of definitions for forest. There is a lot of like reserve forest. You have heard about reserve forest. Now these are the forests where you cannot go on your own. These are reserved because there will be some resources that the government wants to like reserve. They don't want general public to go and harm those resources. There can be some wildlife, some animals, some tribal people will can also be there. I come from, okay, I haven't told you about the place I come. It's very, you are from Hyderabad, so I'm also from South, but I'm from Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
we have a lot of forest resource in Andaman. If you
Mhm.
know, India, Andaman has a big, it's a forested area. It's an island. So we have a lot of reserve forest. And there is a forest like not near my house, but like some few kilometers from my house. So that forest is reserved, and we cannot go there like on our own. There is a
Okay.
specific time where you have to go in your police protection. Because now, why that forest is declared as reserve forest is that we have a lot of ancient tribal people living there. So we don't want to hurt them. We don't want to harm them. That's why they have reserved the forest for those tribal people. So that is one kind of forest. It's called reserve forest. We study in detail. I'm just giving you overview. ठीक है बेटा? So that is we are talking about forest is and wildlife resources. A forest में wildlife भी रहती है, जानवर रहते हैं, right? There are a lot of animals. Now animals can also be resources. We know that we dead animals the leather skin को we use it for leather. The a lot of secretions of animals that we use. ठीक है, animals also help in the maintenance of the environment, the ecology of the forest. Now, if we like, we know about food chain, right? We know that food chain, one plant is eaten by other
Yes.
animal, that animal is eaten by other animal, and that animal is further eaten and like, decomposed by some other decomposers. So there is a food chain. There's a lot of animals. Now, if we remove one animal out of this and we kill all those tigers, it will disturb the food chain.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's why every wildlife resources, every animal is also equally important for us to maintain that ecosystem, that environment. Okay, that is wildlife resources. Now, see, there is a lepcha. Now, lepcha folk song. The chapter starts with a lepcha folk song. So, what is lepcha? Lepcha is a name of a tribal people. They are
Oh,
Indo like वो Tibetan area है ना वहाँ पे नेपाल आपके लद्दाखी एरिया वगैरह जो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न एरिया में हिमालय के वहाँ पे ट्राइब है उसको लेप्चा ट्राइब बोलते हैं तो these tribal people they are folk song तो उनका एक पार्ट लिया हुआ है ठीक है Narak, my lord, you are the creator of music in the world of lecture. So it's just they're just talking about nature. We know that these tribal people they live in the forest. A lot of tribal people. So for them, their forest is not just a resource; it is their livelihood. They pray to these forests. So we also protect the forest to protect these tribal people. Okay.
yes,
So
ma'am.
this is just a folk song from them. It's talking about forest and mountain and everything. See, now I've underlined a line. Can you see blue color?
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
zoom in. Yes. So forest plays a key role in the ecological system as these are also the primary producers on which all other living beings depend. Now there is a term which I want you to focus that is producers. The producers, they produce का मतलब क्या होता है? कुछ बनाना, right? To
Hmm.
produce something. So produce. In nature, we have okay, but I think the scheduled time was half an hour and
Oh,
the meeting might end. Okay, so I quickly try to end this. Okay, so
yes, ma'am.
producer बेटा कौन होता है ना जो खाना बनाते हैं primary producers. We know that plants have chlorophyll and they make their own food, so they are primary producers. Now
Yes, ma'am.
animals, as humans, can we make our own food? No,
No,
we are consumers. We try to eat the plants or we try to eat the animals. So we are
animals.
consumers. So we'll talk about those things. This is more of a science topic, but since coming here, I'm going to tell you. So forest plays a key role in the ecological system, and these are also the primary producers. So that's why plants and forests are called as the primary producers.
Primary
In
producers.
which all other living beings depend, not just human beings. The animals are also dependent on plants, right? So that's why forests are very, very important. Okay, I think today we don't have time to. I think the meeting is only scheduled for half an hour, which is
Okay.
about to end. So I think that's all, beta. If your parents want to have any query, you can we can connect through. You can connect with the operation team, and then we can have the queries.
Hmm.
Okay, beta, I think we are good to go,
Yes, ma'am.
and we'll see if you are taking the classes. We'll see you on the next class.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you, if you don't mind, can you tell me your name again?
Siri Vanilla.
Shiri Vanilla.
Siri Vanilla.
Shiri Vanilla. Okay, okay. That's a very nice name, unique name. So yeah, I'll call you Siri, right? Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Siri.
That's all.